Hi everyone, welcome to my Facebook Live. This is Janie Turner, Cook with Janie, and today we're going to be making a fabulous extra little side dish / accompaniment to Indian food. I also love cucumber raita for serving at barbecues, serving with a cheese board, eating as a dip with vegetables or tortilla chips. It has a multitude of uses, which is great. And I'm really looking forward to showing it to you today. Here we go with our Thermomix, although this is a recipe that you actually could make with a food processor or just by grating your cucumber by hand and chopping your mint by hand. It's pretty easy actually. And so today it's cool as a cucumber raita. Here we go, everyone. I'm just going to take the lid off my Thermomix and get started with my cucumber. So here we are now, and hi John, hi Claire, hi Rosie. This is an organic cucumber. It's got a lovely green skin, and that's partly why we choose green cucumbers, is to add color to the cucumber raita. Hi Denise. And it's great to have a nice vivid bit of color. Although actually, you probably won't notice that too much when you've got it going along with something beautiful as a curry, something like the chicken and yogurt curry that we made yesterday. And that, I can tell you, was totally delicious because we had it for lunch. Hi Graham, welcome, nice to see you on board. And here we go. I'm just going to cut up the cucumber and put it into the Thermomix bowl, and we'll get it started, and then I'll read the ingredients list to you. So I've washed this already. I'm just cutting it into little chunks. I need 300 grams, and this is a nice long cucumber, so hopefully it's about the right size. And I'm going to save the end for my dog. He loves cucumber and vegetables generally. He's a Labrador. He really likes plain old food. So I'll just slide this to the side. That's the ingredients. And so you can see now that I've got my home screen on the Thermomix, but I'm just going to slide it across and choose the weighing scales. So we're going to go to 300 grams. This looks like it's definitely going to be enough. 285. Well, I'll put another little bit in here. And Zorro's in luck today. He's going to get a couple of pieces. There we are, 305 grams. That's close enough. And delighted to have a little bit extra. I actually can save this for a sandwich or for all sorts of other uses. And if you have extra cucumber and you're not going to use it in time, when I grow it in the summer in the garden, I actually end up with lots of cucumbers ripening at the same time. So I actually chop them up into chunks like this and put them in a bag in the freezer. And then I can make soups and add them to anything else that I want to do. So we'll just pop that there for now. And I'm just going to chop this for 5 seconds, speed 5. So here we go. Say goodbye to the scales. Back to the home screen, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, and speed 5. And if you've got anybody who or if any of you have earphones on, you might just want to take them out for just the first second. Oh, John.
Jenny, can I suggest you put the ingredients over near your book?
Right.
So everyone can see the Thermomix.
Okay, perfect. I will do that, definitely. And then I'll read them to you in a moment. Radio, here we are, speed 5. Super quick and easy. Chopping vegetables is a doddle when you have a Thermomix. And cucumbers are quite soft, so you can really do this in any food processor. And what you'll see here, when I turn it around to show you, is that you've actually got your cucumber all chopped and beautifully done, and it's super easy. You could grate it by hand, as I said. It's actually really wet, really liquidy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into the simmering basket and add some salt to draw even more water out of it. because cucumber Raitas generally are made with yogurt. And so what we don't want to do is we don't want to get that nice thick yogurt too thin when we add the cucumber. So here we go. Get all of that lovely chopped cucumber out. So far, very simple recipe, right? And it is really a very simple recipe today. So I'll pop that back there. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt. And don't worry about this being a teaspoon, because in actual fact, this is going to just draw the liquid out of the cucumber, and then we're going to rinse it. So I'm just going to stir that in a little bit, and then you could just leave this in the recipe, which is in Fast and Easy Indian Cooking here. It says to leave it for 20 minutes to drain a bit and for the salt to draw out that liquid. Because we're doing this video, I'm actually going to do it a little bit more quickly, and you'll learn the tip for doing it a little bit more quickly. So I'll pop the salt over there, and the next thing that I'm going to do is read you the ingredients while this just sits for a moment. So cucumber Raita. As you've noticed already, we've got 300 grams of cucumber with green skin, and we've got a level teaspoon of fine sea salt. If you've only got flakes, use about 1.5 teaspoons of the flakes. And 5 to 10 grams of mint leaves, we're going to chop those next. 400 grams of Greek yogurt, 15 grams of freshly squeezed lemon juice, and if at all possible, you want to freshly squeeze your lemon juice because it'll taste way better. If you've only got lime juice, you could use lime juice as well. And here we are as well with our pepper. We're not going to have to add any extra salt when we get to putting the Raita together because we're salting the cucumber right now. Lovely. So here we go. And I think 2 of my favorite small people are actually watching this today. Welcome, Bea and Georgie. So that's great. So let's just do the mint leaves next. It says 5 to 10 grams of mint leaves, and I've just gone out to the garden and picked some fresh mint leaves. And you just pick them like this. And when you are going to strip them from the stem, you don't want the stems because the stems are really thick and they would be very unpleasant in your Raita. So just pull them off here. When you strip the leaf, usually you'll be left with the tender tip, and we can use that for decorating at the end when we make our Raita. So that's the last 2 leaves in, and I think this should be about the right amount. So let's put our weighing scales on and see what it says. 8 grams, 5 to 10 grams, that's totally perfect. And I'll put that there. I'll save my little bit of mint for decorating, and I'm going to chop the mint leaves now. And I'll show you that once I chop them. So this is just 5 seconds at speed 7. So here we go, 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, you could chop up your mint by hand, just with a knife on a cutting board if you wanted to, or you could tear it into small pieces. So speed 7, here we go. There we are. And you can touch the screen, or you can press the silver button just to stop the song and say hello to your Thermomix and what has happened inside. So what you've got is you've got a very beautifully, finely chopped, lovely mint here. And it smells fantastic. Oh, it smells so fresh and gorgeous. I love having a fresh mint leaf tip like this, and I just pop this or a few mint leaves into a cup and have a cup of hot peppermint tea. That's really delicious. So what we're going to do now is I'm actually just going to press some of this liquid out into the bowl. You can see it coming out. There's a lot of water in cucumber. It's quite a liquidy vegetable. So I'm just pressing that out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it under the tap to rinse off some of the salt. And then we'll squeeze it again, and I'll show you that. It's kind of fun. So now I've got, oh, John, do you have a question?
No, I was just going to make an observation. I think cucumber, isn't it supposed to be something like 90-95% water?
It probably is actually, yes. And we've got a lot of beautiful bright green liquid here, which you could save for a stock, but remember if you use it for that, then you've already got some salt in it. So you might have to adjust your salt level in your soup or whatever you make with that stock. So what I'm doing now is that I'm just running it under the tap. Just a cold tap and just rinsing off some of that salt from the cucumber. You can see that I've added a lot more water to the cucumber now. So I'm just going to give that a little shake, let it drip out a bit. And I've got a thin tea towel here. I know in the States they call it a kitchen towel. So if you're wondering what a tea towel is, English people talk about tea a lot, and I live in England. And here we go. I'm just going to tip this cucumber out into the middle of my tea towel. You could use cotton muslin like we did yesterday or the day before maybe. And there we are. I've got here, I'll lift it up and just show you a bit. I've got this, and you can see actually it's pouring water. Whoopsies. I'm trying not to come too close. I can't come too close, John, because it's going to drip all over the kitchen floor if I do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to twist the ends of this, and I'll just show you this. So I'm rolling it a bit and twisting it, and I'm not too worried about saving this cucumber juice today, so I'm just going to squeeze it where you can see. And literally, I'm just squeezing this. So if you're using cotton muslin, you might want to use a double layer. And this is just squeezing it so you end up with the more or less dry-ish cucumber flesh. It won't be completely dry. And let me show you now what we've got. So we've got our squeezed cucumber. It's a bit boring looking really, but it will taste gorgeous in the yogurt and mixed with the mint. So our mint is in the Thermomix bowl still. We're going to add our squeezed cucumber, and there we are. I'll pop this liquid out of the way and that tea towel out of the way. And then I'm going to add my 400 grams of yogurt. So over to the scales again. And thank you very much to my friend Vivian, who rescued me and gave me some extra Greek yogurt this morning. And because I didn't have enough time to make some extra myself last night. So here we go with this lovely Greek yogurt. I mixed it with the bit of yogurt, homemade yogurt that I had left. So 400 grams, we're almost there. Oh, look at that. Now that's amazing. It actually went to exactly 400. Totally amazing. So now I've got my mint. I need my lemon juice, which is 15 grams. So back to zero, just by pressing the word tear. And here we go. If you, this is the juice of about half a lemon, of the size of lemons that I tend to be able to get here. And so you might wonder, well, is that a bit of a waste when you have half a lemon left over and you don't know what to do with it? I usually freeze my lemon juice in an ice cube tray and then pop the cubes into a container for the freezer, and then I can use that whenever I want. And you've got the beautiful freshly squeezed lemon juice. So there's another tip for you today. So I've got my mint, my squeezed cucumber, my Greek yogurt, and I think my other ingredient is 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and preferably freshly ground. I'm going to guess how much 1/4 teaspoon is here, just how much I like really. And there we are. So I'm just going to mix that together. Where's my spatula? Here it is. I'll get the mint off the side of the Thermomix bowl. Just scrape it down a bit. Tippy toes again. So what you've got now is you've got your ingredients all in the Thermomix bowl, and we're just going to mix that for a few seconds on reverse. And that's the same way we cooked the chicken and yogurt curry yesterday, was on reverse, and so easy. So it's 5 seconds. Bye-bye scales. 5 seconds. And we're going to choose reverse. So there we are. And then that's the back of the blades doing the stirring very gently. And here comes our lid on, and it'll just be speed 3. Speed 3. There are many kinds of Raita, but this is probably the classic one that people know about, certainly in the UK. And there are many other kinds, I'm sure. So I actually have, so here you can see what's happened here. In just that 3 seconds of stirring, it's mixed it beautifully together. And I've got some beautiful little bowls here. So what I'm going to do today to show this to you is, here's my little Australian cheese board, which we love. And we got it at the Umundi market. And I've got little bowls to go in the corner here. I'm just going to make this into a cucumber raita and chutneys selection that we can have with our lunch today. So I've got my cucumber raita. So here we are. That's going to come out into a slightly bigger bowl. You can see by the texture here how wonderful it is when you squeeze the cucumber. And I'll show you up close in a minute. And what we want to do here, there's even more than this in the Thermomix bowl. Pop that there. And we saved our little sprig of mint for the top. And here it is. So this is our cucumber and mint raita. Beautifully done, super easy, quite fast as well. And I'm just going to put that on the board here, and I'm going to arrange some other things as well. So just before I went on live, I made a a green chili coconut chutney. So this is really nice. And this is in another Thermomix bowl. So I just wanted to have...
Can we see inside that bowl, Jenny? Inside
yes, sure. Yeah. So there we are there. That's really quick and easy. I think this one was 15 seconds at speed 7 as well. And that recipe is in Fast and Easy Indian Cooking too. And so that is my beautiful coconut chutney, fresh coconut chutney. And I've also got some other chutneys to show you. So I have here a mango chutney. I'll put that in my little orange bowl. Just enough probably to fit into that bowl. And give a nice selection here. There we are. And I'll pop that in the corner. And I've got 2 more to show you as well. This one is a lime chutney. And it's really delicious. It's a very unusual kind of chutney actually, but really yum. Let me just pour this a bit. And normally the chopping for making this chutney would probably take you about 40 minutes to do, maybe longer if you were chopping the limes by hand, because limes are quite challenging to chop up and really easy in your Thermomix. It only takes 1 minute to do the chopping for that recipe. And the other chutney that I have is lime pickle, which in our family we totally love. And as a matter of fact, my son Graham is watching this. He can eat this by the spoonful. Not many people can eat lime pickle by the spoonful, but he certainly can. And you can see the nice big chunks of lime in here. And he'll be very glad to know that there is a supply of lime chutney. No, this is lime pickle, sorry.
Then
lime pickle in our house.
Can we see inside that jar?
No?
No?
I don't know whether I'll actually be able to do that or not.
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah, okay. And it's got a really lovely red sheen to it, this one. So this is a bonus day today in our Indian week Cook with Janie kitchen, because I have made you the cucumber raita, cool as a cucumber raita, with really simple ingredients and very quickly. It takes less than 5 minutes of your time probably. And I've got my lime pickle, my lime chutney, my mango chutney, and I've got the fresh green coconut chutney, which is just so simple to make. And this one was made fresh, and obviously the cucumber raita was made fresh today, but the others I just had in jars in the fridge, and they last for months. So really easy to have a great supply of things, and I'm looking forward to having a lovely lunch. I've got my beautiful little cheese knife, and here we are ready to go with our wonderful lunch. And thank you very much for joining me today. Lots of real food made easy today, and John's looking at me as if to say there might be some comments or questions.
Well, there's been some lovely comments. Denise says the lime pickle is the best.
Yes, it certainly is.
I absolutely have to agree with that.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of people watching this who will, who love all these pickles.
Yes.
And of course they're all in the book.
Yes, they are.
They're all in the book.
Yeah.
And Camilla says, please take a photo of your chutney board before you tuck into lunch and share it with us.
Okay, I will do, definitely. And then I'll take a picture of the almost empty bowls at the end. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming on today. I hope you really enjoy having some extras for your Indian meals from now on. And remember, add them to barbecues, add them to picnics, have fun with all your chutneys and extra condiments. Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming on.